Good morning. We want to interview to the teacher Martin, and our topic of this activity is Teacher for a Day, and I have the pleasure to interview to the teacher Martin. In this time, well, we start with the interview. How did your class used to be 5 years ago?
It used to be really boring and it used to be really bad because I wasn't an experienced teacher. I didn't have experience, so it was really bad.
Do you used to speak English when you were a child?
When I was a child, I didn't used to speak English. I started to speak English around 5 years old, 6 years old maybe.
Okay. Did you used to imagine like an English teacher when you were a child?
Not as an English teacher, but yes as a teacher because my whole family is a teacher, so kind of.
Do you used to have the best groups in the high school?
Of course, I always have the best groups in high school.
Are you used to giving orders and instruction to his students?
All the time. You can ask your classmates.
What instruction are you used to giving in the classroom?
The basic instructions, open your book, be quiet, pay attention, listen, the basic ones.
What did you used to be your favorite subject and why?
English used to be my favorite subject because I was really good in English and it was the only subject in which I was good, so that's why.
Do you used to teach another subject?
Last year, but in junior high school, I used to teach biology, arts, English, arts.
How did you used to feel when you teach your first job?
I used to feel really nervous and really shocked because it was a new experience for me.
What things do you use to learn to be a good teacher?
All the numerical aspects, the attitudinal aspects, all the information that I have.
Are you used to enjoy your work and why?
I really enjoy my work because I love to teach and I really love what I do.
How long do you used to be a teacher?
Around 4 years, I think, 3-4 years more or less.
What did you used to be the most difficult part of being a teacher?
To catch your students' attention. That's the most difficult part.
I used to have a food test.
I think so. I try to make my class fun.
Who are used to being the best teacher in the high school?
I don't know, maybe Miss Rachel. I don't know. Maybe she can tell you.
Okay, that's all. Thanks for
Okay, thank you. See you.
Good morning, people. This is N7, and this is the news in the world.
Actually, in Mexico, this weekend, a hurricane category 5 arrived to the coast of Jalisco. More than 7 million residents were told to prepare for the worst-case scenario.
Experts warn that Hurricane Patricia will be the most devastating storm that ever hits Mexico with a catastrophic damage.
Continue with this notice. Our partner Eduardo is going to talk about the education in this country.
Well, actually the classes were stopped in the state during the path of the Hurricane Patricia. About 6,014 teachers were absent in the respective labors of these days. The classes kept closer until a new advice of the authorities. Thank you. We're back to the study.
To continue with information, our partner Yesenia help us with the weather.
Good morning. When this hurricane arrived to the country, had we reached an unprecedented 200 and present 200 miles per hour, and its central pressure felt at 879 millibars. The hurricane was expected to produce deadly rip currents and life-threatening flash floods and the mountains. Remember, this is the strongest hurricane in the country. Thank you. See you.
Well, I'll continue with more information after the commercial.
¿Ya? Ah. ¿Cómo era? Así. Good morning. Ay. A ver, otra vez, de nuevo. Good morning. No me sale.
Tú no dices good morning por empezar.
Espérate. Good morning, people. Well, actually, in Mexico, weekend Hurricane Category 5 arrived to the coast of Jalisco.
Were stopped in the state during the path of the Hurricane Patricia.
Ya, ahora sí. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Experts warn that Patricia will be the most devastating hurricane that hits Mexico with a catastrophic events. After the commercial.
Continue this notice.
Todos nos sentimos mal.
Ah, todo para el huracán.
The Hurricane.
Patricia.
Patrice, te odio.
Ay, metí una tuya y una mía.
Ya,
¿No te
ay,
sirve?
no quiero ir.
¿Sigo estando yo acá? Sí.
Good morning, everyone. We are going to talk about our experience during the activities in the semester. In all these activities, we act out and in the videos.
Well, the teacher asked us that, we're looking for a topic that will be interesting for us.
And we choose Teacher for a Day.
We choose this because we think that I would be fun to imagine be a teacher.
You see this because it will be a great idea to give orders and instructions to another people. Well, I think so.
Well, I think that I choose this topic because the teacher Rachel inspired us to desarroll the topic. The teacher Rachel is the best.
That first activity that we did was the video about an interview.
Our first option to interview was the teacher Martin, but he was very busy these days and he can't attend us.
Finally, we convinced him and asked him to the cafeteria of the high school to begin in the interview.
The day that interview went to the teacher Martin, Eduardo and I arrived late because I went to Mercado in the morning, like all the weeks.
Yes, and I was in the high school waiting for you.
But when finally they arrived to the cafeteria, they remembered that they forgot the memory card of the camera in the house of Grace, and we can film us to the video, and we can use the cell phone of Grace. And in this moment, the teacher Martin was arriving to the cafeteria, and the interview was began.
Well, we did the questions previously, and it was a very quickly interview because the teacher was busy and it didn't be so long.
Finally, it was a good interview because Yesenia and I asked to the teacher, and it was very funny during the process.
Yes, I was the teacher Martin, was to talkative tell the answer, and the side was long and funny.
While they were interviewing the teacher Martin, I feel they.
Grace set the parts of the video up and wrote the dialogue in a document.
And that's all for this activity or this work. And then in the second activity that we realize is the notice, where we looking for a notice about the topic that we choose, that is Teacher for a Day.
In this activity, I was a meteorologist and it was the weather in these zones.
And that's all for this work. I wait that the teacher like us so much for this work and give us all the points.